to disrespect or talk down. Like, I don't make mistakes. I just not. But I know that I try my best. I know my brother, Prince Muhammad, tries his best to protect his family. But we trying to, like I said, get rid of this why. We need us to come together. Like I said, I ain't done yet. But brother, if you got something to say, I just, wanted to stress to them, about this and this. And it says to say that something will or might happen in the future. Once again.
Well, I mean, I guess what I want to say, to that is, I'm gonna just kind of jump back into another thing. It's about, again, this last name situation. I know,
Right.
again, this is a little bit off topic, but at the same time, it has something to do with what we're talking about. But that
Right.
last name that you believe that it is your family last name, it's not. You have to really dig deep and do research on that. But I know you ain't gonna want to have the time. You're not gonna want to do it. You're gonna feel like it's a waste of time to try to figure it out. But again, you're wondering why your situation is the way it is because you're trapped, under that last name that does not belong to you. Has nothing to do with you, and it's actually it's a burden. You know what I'm saying? It's a burden on you.
Right.
Because it's keeping you, a lot of us, from moving on to doing, different things what we need to be doing. Because for one, if you're okay with that, not knowing who you are, you're lost in a sense. Because if you don't really know your last name, the originator of your last name, your ancestors of any kind, you know what I'm saying? How can you really say you know who you are? You're lost.
Right.
Because you're carrying a name that was given to you by someone who enslaved you. And if you're okay with that, then that's your choice, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But for those who want to know how, to change it or do something about it, there are ways. But you have to get in contact with us and get in contact with the sister. She'll give you a breakdown of what needs to be done. And there are steps and processes to go through.
Right.
But you have to become a part of what you originally are anyway. A Muslim.
For real. Straight up.
So,
That's real. And that's a scientific reason. Okay? And it's observation, too, because it's been around for a long time. But the problem is, you wasn't taught about it. And somebody still think it's tough. Okay? But brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? It is tough. But once again, they want to be like God, so they want to predict everything, as I pointed out to you. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, you're clear anyway.
Okay? Then once again, predict me. They just telling you they want to be like God. They want to be able to tell you when something's going to happen. Ahead of time in the future. You
Right.
think this for good reason. No. They want to predict all this so they can study the warning signs of Allah so that they can try to use their military to prepare for war against him. You ain't gonna want to think it. Well, I'm sorry. This is why they are increasing. Because this is the war that you so foolishly might not want to believe between God and Satan. And you're Satan in yourself. That might want to make you think that we just signed the church or saying some foolishness. We are in the time of the awakening. Okay? And you're going to have to wake up if you want to be the least bit ready. under this mind. Protect your own family, yes. But you gotta have the same love for your family members that you don't know on the streets. You know?
And
You see your homeless brother. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. I was really just about to go in. No, I was just about to kind of say exactly what you were saying anyway. It was just like you say, you see the homeless out sometimes. You can't, well, people make a mistake at it is they worry more about what the person going to do with the money if you give it to them, this, that, and the other. It's like, I mean, you can buy food, but if you're not nowhere where you can get it and you got a couple of dollars in your pocket, just give it to them. Whatever they decide to do with it, that's on them.
Right, that's the condition in the situation.
But you're doing your part. You know, so I think we misunderstand, you know, our purpose. Like you say, that savior. You know, you have to be that. You know, you can't just consider like and be thinking that, oh, I'm not gonna give it to him because he might go and buy a bottle of liquor, this, that, and the other. You don't really know what the person's gonna do with the money when you give it to him. You know, maybe they are going to go get something to eat. You have no idea. But what you're doing now is making a judgment, an assumption, and you don't know what's going on.
You're protecting too.
Right. So, what's that? Your bike don't went low on me.
I'm sorry, brother. Just, you know, I was like, no, you predicted.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry, you know, what they will and might do.
Right.
You know, what might happen if you give them that money.
Right, but you know, people, we worry about things sometimes that we don't need to really worry about. And that's what, you know, that's what bothers me too, because it's like we stressing and we worrying about things that we cannot control. We just have to do and be who we are originally. Everything else is going to fall into place, but you just really have to believe. And that's the main thing, believe in God, believing in yourself. Because the answer to all this is Allah. That's it. Once you believe in and once you know what you're here for and your purpose, everything else is going to fall into place, man. You're not even going to have to worry yourself. Because spiritually, this is who you are anyway. But you keep trying to run from who you really are. You're running away from it. You're trying to be more and more like somebody else who doesn't even like you. You know what I'm saying? You're forcing that. And it's okay to live amongst your own people and you know what I'm saying, not really be worrying yourself about what it is, because if you're trying to teach them a better way, a lot of times you're not going to have to worry about it. You're not going to have to live in fear, number one. Because what can happen in one neighborhood can happen in another. So if you're thinking that a wall or a fence or whatever is going to protect you, that's not going to protect you. Because when somebody really going to come and get you, ain't nothing, no fence, no gate, no armed guard in front of your house is going to protect you when people really want you. So you thinking that you're protected, living in fear in these certain type of neighborhoods, you're not going to be protected. Because it could be the same people you thinking that's protecting you that's going to get you. Mm-hmm. So again, you have to be aware, you know what I'm saying, and learn the signs and understand what's going on around you. Because again, you can't be a protector if, number one, you don't know what's going on. You have no idea what's going on in your surroundings.
Right.
And the second thing is, you won't be able to provide for your family in a sense, because you don't know what it takes to provide for your family. Because you're thinking about certain things that have no effect on your family, the ideas. You know what I'm saying? I know that a lot of times we can't, we don't have the means sometimes to get certain types of food, and that's okay. I'm not saying you got to eat the way I'm saying eat every single day, but you have to try to make a start and try to lean towards a certain way of life. You have to try to make an effort. Because if you don't try to do that, then you killing your family, a whole generation of your family.
Right.
Because remember, they put all these chemicals and stuff in the food, the dyes and all these different things in there to affect you anyway. Diabetes, cancer. And I'm not saying you can't eat meat, but a lot of times we eat a lot of meat. A lot of it. A lot of red meat is not good for you every single day. It's not good.
Right.
And if you look at our teeth, the way they're structured, I know you learned this in school. We're not meant to eat a lot of meat anyway. We're not really supposed to be eating it because of the way our teeth are made anyway. But, you know, in protecting it's our duty, again, to protect our family. And protecting our family is not only through the physical means of fighting like a war, but it's the meaning of knowledge, information, transferring information throughout your neighborhood, throughout your family, being aware.
Right.
You know, what you're eating every day, your sleeping habits. You know, even conditioning your body, you're conditioning your body. So you have to remember that all this stuff plays a part in protecting, you know, your family, your families. Because all those who are around you, if you're not trying to show them the way, when this does go down, remember these are going to be the same people that are around you. And if you sit in your house, again, like we said, with a bunch of water in your house, because you were just preparing for yourself, and when them people see you got it, you think they're not going to come after you because you didn't tell them what was going on.
Don't look like the purge. You don't look like the purge in your front yard.
Absolutely. Because they coming.
Because they going to become what? Savage.
Absolutely.
Unstable. They unstabilized. Everybody feel like you tried them. So don't nobody want to think right now about what they going to do. Everybody, you know, on the best terminology, don't give a dang. Once they get in there, you get in the way, you just gonna get it. You know, regardless to the consequences. Because, you know, you was only, you know, like my brother said, preparing for yourself. This is what America planning on doing too, you know what I'm saying, as well. You know, they showed in 2012, they left the co-workers and all to help build them shit. Okay? So you have to pay attention to something. Oh, that was just literally okay. You know. You know, but if you think there's, you know, something strange, then that'll be absolutely why. You'll be a victim, you know, in your family. Because as my brother just stated, man, it ain't just about your money, sisters. You know, brothers too, who like try to lay on sisters. You don't have to understand it's about, you know, like my brother said, information, knowledge. It's first and foremost having God in your life. You got to have Him first. You can't be talking about, you know, He is, and then you know,
right.
When a situation happens, you hot.
Yeah, but that
you ain't helped me.
Yeah, and that comes in, like I say, understanding that if you notice, we pray multiple times a day. So it's not about praying and asking for something, because He already, the thing is, it's already known what needs to be done. So, you know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to be giving, you know, your all for Him anyway. And whatever, like I said, whatever's meant to be is going to be. You're going to survive. You're going to make it. But you're going to make it with the things that you need. No more than that. See, where you get in, where you get where the misunderstanding is, is that you looking at your neighbor and you see them with a certain type of thing, so you want that. Because they got it. But you don't know what they're probably going through, because they're probably trying to live like somebody else too.
Right.
But now when push comes to shove, when it all comes down to it and this electronics go out and all this stuff fails, and you don't know how to grow nothing, and you don't know how to, you know, make, you know what I'm saying, do anything for yourself.
Right.
You know, the concept is, I mean, the understanding I want for people to have is we all need to be learning something, because then we can end up trading with one another when this goes down. You know, I know how to make, you know, shirts or socks or this, that, and the other. And, you know, I know how to grow tomatoes or, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know how to hunt. You know, I'm a person that knows how to read, you know, how